Once I learned these 7 things, I've been able to give women some of the most intense and expansive orgasms of their entire lives. And I'm talking about legs shaking, can't even move type of orgasms. So make sure you watch this video till the end. Okay, now let's jump right into it. Today I'm gonna share the 7 best G-spot stimulation techniques so you can be an absolute legend in bed and have her begging for more. But first, before we start, it's important to understand where the G-spot is inside the vagina so you can find it correctly for stimulation. The G-spot is located on the anterior wall of the vagina, which if you're laying down is the top wall or the front. Usually it's about 1 to 2 inches up that wall, but it may be higher or lower depending on the woman. It will feel a little different than the surrounding tissue and is like a little spongy patch with little ridges on it, and it's often described like the outside of a walnut. It's also really important to note that the G-spot is an area of the vagina that needs to be engorged in order for it to be stimulated. I know how it is. Men get hard and they wanna just get going right away. But women can take up to 20 to 40 minutes to be fully engorged and ready for penetration. So make sure you give her the time to be fully ready so you can give her the best opportunity to have a G-spot orgasm and to enjoy the stimulation you're about to give her. Okay, so now it's time to share the 7 best G-spot stimulation techniques so you can support your partner in having some of the best orgasms of her life. Number 1, soft tapping. Once you have given your partner the proper foreplay and she's inviting you into her with her hips, you can start by applying your favorite lube and putting one finger, maybe the pointer or the middle finger, into her. But make sure your fingernails are super clean, trimmed, and smoothed out before you do anything. And you can enter her super slowly and just let your finger sit there for a little bit and let your partner settle into the penetration. One of the worst things you can do is get too aggressive to start and just go and then jackhammering your fingers around. So many guys make this mistake and women just like shake their heads and usually they're like, just put it in me already and just stop. So instead you are going to take it slow, enter, and then gently you're going to start by tapping lightly on her G-spot to ask her how it feels. This is not supposed to be fast or hard. It's just to get acquainted to see how it feels for her. Some women absolutely love G-spot stimulation, but some might be a bit numb there and don't feel anything at all. So this is a way to understand what is happening for her. Because if she feels pain or numbness on her G-spot, then it's a signal to just stop trying to stimulate her G-spot altogether. However, if she likes it, then you can continue on to number 2. Number 2, come hither motion. This is the classic that everyone knows about the G-spot, that you stimulate in this come hither type motion. But I just want to make sure you know exactly what that means. Using only your finger pads, you are just gently tickling and dragging your finger on her G-spot. You're not scooping and you definitely aren't using the point of your finger or the nail. That would be super painful. This is a way to stimulate the entire length of the G-spot and just see how she enjoys these longer strokes. Again, this is a tickle and not the move that will bring her to orgasm, although it could, but we are still in that warm-up phase. Number 3, the indirect tease. On either side of the G-spot, there are 2 parts of the vaginal walls that are jam-packed with nerve endings due to its proximity to the G-spot and the clitoris. So if the G-spot is located at the top of the clock at 12 o'clock, these spots are 11 and 1. Start with them one at a time and explore with your finger pad and tease. This way you're not so laser focused on the G-spot and the arousal can move around her vagina a little bit. Maybe you will find that she really likes one of these spots. One is a place that a lot of women love, and this can help increase her arousal and take her closer to orgasm. Of course, you always have to be asking her how it feels and asking if she'd like it harder, softer, faster, or slower. Let her guide you towards her orgasm. Number 4. Anchoring in. This is one of the most important G-spot stimulation techniques and is one of the most effective ways that I have found to help support women in deep G-spot orgasms. At this point, it may be possible for your partner to want 2 fingers, so make sure you ask, would you like me to add another finger? Do you want 2 fingers? This would be the pointer and middle finger together, and instead of doing the come hither motion where you tickle across the whole G-spot, you're gonna pick one area in the middle